Okay, so where did I move off? The upper middle class, the ones that have the money, the famous people that are showing up, if they're truly after world peace, there are a lot of good things that you would invest in if you know. But the idea is you can't invest and make money off of other people's work. It's a matter of don't give a man a fish. Teach a man how to fish so he can do it every day. So it's not about you loaning somebody money that they're indebted to you for the rest of your life. No, it's a matter of donating money that maybe you just make double your money back, but there's a limit to how much profit you make off the labor of somebody else. That's how Wall Street is not working right. It's because there's so many people making money off of not doing any freaking labor, and the actual people doing labor are getting no pay for it. So, and we all are agreeing, a lot of people are getting behind, thinking I'm going to make money in the stock market, and it's like, that's a game it's all rigged. These are people that infiltrated and owned government, the politics, the medical, the education, the justice, the media. That's another system that needs changing with the media structure. They own everything, and it's all based on controlling the system. If they want the price of apples to go up, they stop growing apples so that there is a demand. It is all about supply and demand, and as long as there's a demand of apples, then the price goes up and then they start growing. But if there's not that much demand, if we're okay with our apples, instead of just seeing where our levels are at what is good in our system and replanting something else that we could be using, it's like, no, they throw away a lot of apples. The government is definitely, a lot of insurance companies, one of the systems that needs to get rid of Band-Aids, but they pay us to do things that are wrong. There's everybody that's working today, we're working and we're living to sustain everything that's wrong. So it's like you gotta kind of jump over to the other side of good and evil. Another thing of what I want to talk about is what is good and what is evil. And you can see it in the police. A lot of them think that what they're doing is wrong, but will they cross the line? They need to earn a living and keep their kids. So that they can, when you have to feed your kids survival, everybody's talking about personal survival. The only way we're going to survive this is if we do it together. And it's going to be a rough road. But it's going to be a good road, and it can happen really, really, really fast if we have the right information and the right path. And, if the 99% actually does want to do the right thing, we can do the right thing real fast. We can jump into our own solution. Because it's all about yourself. So it's all of these systems need to change. Medical, economic, political, education, justice, I put media in there. Everything is a system. So a lot of videos that I want to put up and talk about is what's wrong with every one of these systems and what's right about every one of them and how we can make change. That is my suggestion to anybody in the future is you know the solution to your problems. You just have to trust your intuition, be in a loving, peaceful state, trust yourself, love yourself, and know you are the solution to your problem. And start using your intuition. It's something that this structure that doesn't work doesn't want you to know, because then you're accessing some genius information when you know how to listen to intuition. There's intuition of like good and evil. You can get an intuition, you listen to yourself all the time, you think you're right all the time, which is our that is our mental illness. As long as you think that you are right about something, that is your mental illness. Having the ability to say, this is what I really think is going on, could be wrong, then you're open to seeing any flaws within your own logic. And the golden rule is doesn't do any harm to anybody else, because it should result in perfect health. What does perfect health look like? Mandelbrot set, that's where patterns repeat. This is our science about treatment. That's me studying abuse within family genetics. I needed to find out because nobody on the planet is talking about how do you actually stop abuse. And one reason is because it's a secret. I know that I would be put in a negative light if I talk negatively about my family, but I'm not an expert. I'm writing a book, there's chapters in. It's up to you to decide whether I tell a good story or not. So, people create what it is they want most. You will create your worst fears, whatever it is your worst fears. For example, my brother is scared of letting secrets out on his worst enemies because I'll talk about everything because I never believe in family secrets. It's wrong. It gives the impression everything's good in that family and everything is extremely abusive and nobody knows, and the victim is constantly looking like the one that's mentally ill, and I'm questioning whether I am being judged as mentally ill. But I would suspect that either I'm the same one and they are mentally ill, or they're mentally ill, or either they're mentally ill and I'm the same one, or I'm the mentally ill one and they're the insane one. So it's like, there's the puzzle. I'd like to see somebody at least dive into this conversation and tell me where I'm wrong. There's bigness and smallness that I want to talk about, that I'm going to there's bigness and smallness. This is the bigness, this is the smallness. This is a mere reflection of this. So, and this is proven in science. This is why Mandelbrot proves it too, that if you look within the lines that make up a line, it's always the same aspect of the line. If it's a snowflake, if it's a star, then the lines that make up that star are made up of the pattern of the stars. And if you look at that line inside there, there's still, so it's like there's patterns within patterns within patterns that are identical. And we tend to think that changing a pattern, we can just change the color of the room. You think you're in a different room. And we really need to get out of the room. And so how you're able to tell whether we're on the right path is by the bigness. We need to change from within to change what is the bigness. And this goes out, there's many layers in between this bigness and smallness. This is the quantum level. The things that you do not see. There's a lot of things that I'd want to talk about. And then to see the galaxy and the stars, and everything in here is a reflection, kind of like our karma, looking back at us. So, what's inside you, first of all, there's inside you, the individual. Then there's like your skin, the color of your eyes, all of that is a reflection of what's actually inside you, which you can choose and change. That's why you can physically feel a lot of illnesses. We're not who we think we are. Then there's your community will represent what's inside you. Your province will represent what's inside you. Your country will represent what's inside you. The galaxy and stars, the sun, the moon, everything will reflect what's inside all of us together, all of humanity. So it's like it starts off with one cell in one body, but this smallness if that smallness was the size of every human being on the planet, then it would be in comparison to the bigness that you're looking out in the galaxy. Lots of things happening out in the universe. And I don't think too many people are reading what's going on, the doom and gloom shit. Basically, if inside you are doom and gloom, it's doom and gloom out there. But the 99% thing, that 50, it's actually the ratio of the middle class, the 51%. If the 51% see, hey, things are getting good, then the galactic world will change as well. So it's all about changing yourself. Good and evil, the only way you can tell about good and evil is good health. Evil creates for health. Okay, this explains a lot of illnesses that evil actions will create people to be sick. And evil always will blame people that are sick, that it's your lifestyle, it's everything you're doing is to blame, which is kind of true. So, that means, for example, if evil has created poverty, homelessness, mental illness, addiction in society, evil wants you to be the solution to your addiction problems that they created. So basically, it is about changing all of these systems. Evil just wants you to get healthy. And that's something that I've battled all the time, is that I could definitely see a direction of just going down that mental path and addictions and non-productive in society. But sadly, I have kids, and the love for my kids means, okay, you've got to get off your ass, you've got to do something fix, you've got to do something, because the only way to stop it, family abuse, is by changing our society. Society loves families to be fighting with each other and doing all of this kind of shit. And it's like, as soon as you let it go of the secret, it's the victim that will get more and more of the name call. So it's not exactly easy. Evil does not like it to be known. We will create our worst fears. So it's like, you do have to look at the negative, but only so long. Focus on the solution. Just diagnose what it is, and then move on to the solution. But you've got to face evil where evil grows. And we've been in this mentality that only look at the positive in life, and that's not a good thing. It is about looking at evil and always facing evil to see what evil wants. You know, evil wants you to do all of the right actions so that you have good health. If they're going to blame you for the cancer that you got because you worked for them in a toxic environment, stop working for it. So that's where I really love to get into a lot of things where we have been investing in the future, because we still have to go back to work. You stop Wall Street. That is how you get back. That's, that's why the cops won't stop looking evil, because they have nowhere to have to go and get food to feed their families from. They're smarter than that, and use those food for survival. So we need to jump into a solution that they can say, I quit and I'm moving to this job. So that upper middle class, if they're willing to do some investment, it is a matter that you have to learn how to make one loaf of bread feed an entire world. It is so possible, but you have to have a good mental health functioning brain to see how can you make one loaf of bread feed an entire globe. That would be done perfectly with a good new economic system. It's possible. Those are one of the things that I want to talk about. It's worth investing in you, and investing in your society globe, and we're changing our galactic globe at the same time. So yeah, that's what I want to look at, is the root causes. Root cause, we all have a death wish. You gotta want to live, and how you want to live. A lot has to do with intentions. A lot of people are criticizing me for my concept of what intention is, and we are living with intention to solve somebody else's problem. And it's like, you're always going to be giving what you think is a favor, but you're actually causing more harm to somebody else, and you don't know. It's like giving food to a food bank. Nobody's looking at, oh, the boy, I need food. And I'd rather you focus on that, put your money on that, put your voice on that, instead of whatever energy you have in getting the food. Intention is definitely something we do internally first. We are chemical beings. You have to definitely have the intention to feel what you are not feeling right now, because your feelings are guiding you. So there's ways of controlling your feelings. I learned that through anger management. There's lots of things I could be angry about, and I could be screaming up and down and saying, you're wrong, which I do explain where there's been wrong, but I'm hoping that I don't do it from an angry perspective. So bear with me. As soon as this computer is fixed, I got lots to talk about.